Hello, my name is Lindsay Sinton. I have created a live binder for our Assistive Technology Resource Guide final project. I have created this Assistive Technology Resource Guide with the purpose of sharing specific devices and then including some visual considerations for each specific device so that my fellow colleagues who are also teachers of the visually impaired, as well as other members of uh, the school teams that I'm on, have this as a resource for things to think about when looking to trial specific assistive technology devices or tools with some of my students who have different visual uh, different visual struggles and issues. So with my live binder, you can see there's a table of contents, and then I have the different tabs for information that's needed. If you look at the first tab, there's the assistive technology basic information. I included the definition of assistive technology as defined by the Assistive Technology Act of 2004. And then I also included some examples with a graphic that I created, just a few examples for all the ones that we talked about in class. And then I included a list of the subcategories of assistive technology, which again we covered in class. And then I also included the purpose of this assistive technology resource guide, which I described earlier as looking at different uh, devices or tools and then exploring some visual considerations for students who may have visual impairments. All of the devices and tools that I included in this resource guide are things that we learned in class, things that I know from my own prior experiences, as well as different devices that I found throughout my own research. So the 5 different areas I looked at are the alternative communication systems, low-tech devices, alternate input devices, hearing impairment devices, and Web 2.0 tools. So if I look at the alternate communication systems, I included a list of the different things I included, and then you can see I included my 10 devices below here as subtabs, and then I included things such as the pod communication book, the tactile symbol communicator, the Go Talk, Proloquo to Go, things like that. And if you were to look at one of the subtabs, so if you were to look at the subtab for the picture exchange communication system, you would see there's a brief description of what the system is, and then you see a picture of the system, and then the visual considerations for that specific system. And every device and tool follows the same format where there's a short description, the visual considerations, and a picture. So it's simple and easy to look at. Um, so if you were to then look at the low tech devices, and you could see I included again 10 different devices here, and so I included things such as graphic organizers, adaptive utensils, the seat wedges, adaptive paper, and then again, if you were to look at one specific one, such as the button tuck dressing aid, you would see the short description, the picture, and the visual considerations for students with visual impairments. And then if you were to look again at the alternate input devices, again, I included the 10 different devices and tools underneath. Some things including such as the head pointers and the voice recognition software, alternate keyboards, things like that. And if you again look at one specific one, you see a picture, a small description, and the visual considerations, different things to keep in mind. And then again, with the hearing impairment devices, I included 10 devices underneath here. Some things I included were the FM systems, closed captioning, video phone services, Dragon Naturally Speaking, and then if you were to look at one specific one, you have your short description, the visual considerations, and the picture. And again, uh, some of these have more visual considerations than others. It just depended on the device and the different things that you looked at. And then I also included Web 2.0 tools. So some of the tools I included were Snap and Read Universal, Microsoft Learning Tools, Bookshare, things like that. And then if you look at the one specific one, you could see the picture of the tool and then a short description and then some visual considerations. So again, all of these follow the same basic formatting, just this is a basic overview of it. And then my final tab is my resources tab. I take no credit for any of the pictures that are found in this live binder with the exception of the graphic on the assistive technology example subtab. I did create that graphic. but all of the rest of the graphics, I have included the list here and where I found the graphics and where you can get more information about the different things that I included if there was more information that was needed. So that is my assistive technology resource guide project.